Donko abo wo Costa Television do nti donko kasebo nebre na madre bosom home na nyabiri nsama obidi nemu akotin bi nde MTN Ghana zato adehema nyina woni nyimde obehia da obi ane sim card a okitanan obaye registration sonkokra damara na kwanchefu pe na Oda University of Cape Coast no meche UCC oda to enyim ache da mesafo won yedi obowie paya gira wono so wode won ho wode hye dwumedi biara obokodum emsafo eyi na nsem bia aka ho na nwabiri metere bosom oye donkro kasebom na se aseda papa bi owa yede bama oye NPA National Petroleum Authority osi use gas na ifie wanya akonopa dama so na yede aseda ne bi edeba madi said gift shop osi tade na charge na aseda ne bi so yadama Solace Bar and Restaurant didibampa na feel good pa eduma kru wona dawo ma na we so masen mamedo don kro kasebo medebla home aba from kitikeku ASORBA KOFI ESSUMAN ensamano ase sa etefo ne ahwafo adehye wobakaya embebia abasem ko sa eto mobile phone na ansa na de bi ya na eda hye mafra ko no botum ekudu unya akra ehwehwen ana wodofo prakra ehwe na hina kasanze yewa adebia wofa ne sim card enata ono se wambema obaye zende efra wonse bakanya akolen na sim card no so ma otin de se efra ama mpakuwa wuda awo na efra yen oda wudin obado nti mpayimfa wada telescopes ibeka da MTN Vodafone na da akina anampo na teleseli waka wono waye nhihye sonko enwu de obi ye da madeshi bia da oba sim card okita no obaye wadwuma anampo oba je sasonko na onka bande sa amina mafra onka bande uhumidin nemum noma na na obuhu odo hu noma na onwuda amemu noma na madafre damara na oti enti pefi ya hihye da wobohwe madam sim card registration na oti da man akodo papa na waya amande na amambe wakasoa na wade medi pefe de obama obi ani sim card okitanen wa makwan na wa register na bra wode nsemu tugwan kwanchefu pe na Oda MTN na no meche senior manager Southwest Business District wo oyo finfi mantoma owa owusu yakon orbo nchirem nsama okay ni bi.
Today marks a truly special moment at the MTN self-service SIM swap. For many years, SIM swap has required customers to visit our service centers or raise a request online for assistance. Today, that has changed to give our customers the best of experience and make their lives a whole lot brighter. SIM swap remains one of the most frequent reasons customers engage with us. On average, we process about 250,000 SIM swaps every month. Ahead of today's launch, we conducted a pilot using our app and USSD channels from October last year through January this year. Beyond convenience, security remains central to this innovation. Our self-service SIM swap uses advanced biometric facial verification, ensuring that only the rightful owner can request a swap. This significantly reduces fraud and protects against risks associated with cloned or compromised ID cards, giving our customers true peace of mind. With this service, customers can now skip long queues and extended waiting times, swap their SIM cards 24/7, 7 days a week, restore their service quickly if their phone is lost, stolen, or damaged, complete the process from anywhere in Ghana or even abroad. The freedom to swap your SIM without ever needing to visit or contact a service agent. Ultimately, this service assures our customers of what matters most: convenience, security, and confidence.
Na medina se wato nsafra oya commander Oshekaswa district commander no do meche ASP Edwardente Abuaje ofi me nkupu echirinti national semaye de obasra adehedom ga na meyina de dem sen council registration wode be obi ye papa da ma adehedom nti obi a mfa no njembi no so no sema okan no ibe.
Yes, indeed, this self-registration is actually going to help police because we have been investigating cases of fraud, and as police officers, I think there is a need for us to also include in this exposition. Though we might have challenges, but upon all the challenges, it's going to curtail the frequent reporting of fraud cases in our stations. What we will advise is, please, the vendors shouldn't in any way allow customers to use their Ghana cards to register SIM cards for others. Again, vendors should also exercise restraint when they are doing transactions. When the customer comes that we want to transfer money, please make sure that we have the money at hand before you press send or before the money is sent to the person that is requesting for the money.
Na yade abo Coastal Television don ko kasebodo University of Cape Coast meche UCC no mpanyimfo a wada no waya amandina mambre na wahwede mpanyimfo a mesafu woni yedi obowie peye usanda sa ye kan University of Cape Coast na ebusia UCC de oya esuapano kwoti a agediniye wo omarga na hapa eyinti bra waya amandina mambre na wagede madisuafi what the one out to no kwanchefo pay na order University of Cape Coast no ordinance some to vice chancellor na sama only two go with mudina aseno ibe.
Today we pause to celebrate International Women's Day, a day dedicated to honoring the strength, resilience and remarkable contributions of women everywhere. Here at our university, we are surrounded by that strength every single day. Today, we specifically appreciate and honor the women among our staff, our students, and our leadership. From the classrooms to the boardrooms, you play an invaluable role in shaping not only this institution, but also the wider society we serve. Thank you for your passion, your dedication, and the light you bring to our campus. To all women here today, I wish to say on my own behalf and on behalf of management of the University of Cape Coast and also on behalf of the Governing Council, wish you a happy International Women's Day. You are seen, you are valued, and you are celebrated. This is my written notes. But let me just say something very briefly. Women are extremely important in our lives, as mothers, as wives, as spouses, as sisters, as nieces, as in-laws, and the list goes on and on and on. Women and as children and so many other things we can use to describe women. In my longest professional life in this university, I've had the opportunity of working with many women, particularly at the Africa Center of Excellence in Coastal Resilience. And I singled that because that is the area I've had the opportunity of working with many women. And I can say on authority that I don't know whether it was by design or by accident. I happen to have been surrounded with many women. More than 50% of the staff, they are made up of women. Esinam, Ivy, Vera, Selom, Mary, the list goes on and on and on. And they have actually helped to transform the system under my leadership and under my leadership until I left the center. And so significantly as a university, as the acting vice chancellor and pro-vice chancellor, one of the things that I've been actively championing is to see to what extent we can involve women, not just in the classrooms, but also in leadership roles. And I want to say, with the permission, hopefully, from the chairperson who happened to be my former boss, that I've been engaging her and also with SIGRAD, the director of SIGRAD, who is also my sister, in terms of how we can engage women on campus in letting them play meaningful roles to the development of our university, and they can attest to that. Recently, I requested for the full list of women in this university playing various roles, and the idea is to see to what extent we can integrate them in the work of the university. But permit me to also say that two observations that I've made have to do with the fact that our policies in a way has not helped as a university in integrating the women. Sometimes there are women with a lot of good skills and excellent experiences that you cannot even bring to bear on the work of committees, largely because you notice they are not professors or because they are not senior lecturers. And so as a university, we need to be very purposeful, intentional in working out ways by which we can integrate women in the work that we do. I've had the opportunity of appointing female assistant lecturers into committees, and I can tell you for a fact that they have been very amazing. But also permit me to bash or lambast some of you women. Some of you women appear to be your own enemies. You appear to be your own enemies.
Bohen, also adenen sam de tugwa no cheme de. Empempe ya yere kese, na sayeka mesiafo woni yedi dambra obaye mo wonso wakwa kwoni ma. Na oyede jama ebinu wadwenan de yare hye mesiafo peti na pampen de wonye adwuma. Na so emom woni ye nti na ma worka damensam professor Rosemond Bohen no so nsema oken ibi.
Gender research, advocacy and documentation, together with its partners across the university and beyond, for convening this important symposium. Today, we gather here on the theme, her rights, her justice, our action. This theme is not merely a slogan. It is a call to conscience. It moves us beyond celebration to accountability, beyond rhetoric to responsibility, and beyond passive awareness to measurable action. And this measurable action must be intentional. International Women's Day has long been a global platform for recognizing the achievements and contributions of women across all sectors of the society. Yet, recognition alone is insufficient. As clearly articulated in today's theme, true development is not achieved when women are merely included. It is achieved when women are recognized as equal rights holders and partners in justice and progress. In Ghana and across the world, women remain central to economic production, community leadership, education, health systems, and governance. Women sustain families, they build communities, and contribute significantly to national development. Yet, despite these contributions, structural inequalities persist. These inequalities manifest in barriers to land ownership and inheritance, limited access to leadership opportunities, workplace inequalities, and threats to personal safety and dignity. These challenges are not isolated women's issues. They are developmental issues, they are governance issues, and they are institutional issues. Moving from recognition to responsibility therefore requires institutional courage. It requires universities, traditional authorities, policymakers, and civil society to interrogate entrenched norms and systems that unintentionally produce inequality. It demands justice systems that are accessible, survivor-centered, and accountable. It calls on men and institutional leaders not as spectators. We should not be only citizens, we should not be spectators, but as allies and duty bearers in advancing gender justice. This is where institutions such as the University of Cape Coast have a critical role to play. As a center of knowledge, production, and leadership formation, UCC must model the very justice it advocates. Our research must inform policy. Our advocacy must translate into institutional reform. And our teaching must cultivate leaders who recognize equality not as charity, but as justice. And I believe that today's program has been thoughtfully designed to stimulate both reflection and action. As chair, I encourage all of us to engage today with intellectual rigor and moral clarity. Let us listen deeply, let us question respectively, and let us commit collectively to advancing justice in our respective spaces of influence. If we leave here merely inspired, because we will listen to the keynote and we will also listen to the panel discussion, we will have fallen short. But if we leave here with clearer commitments within our institutions, our communities, and our professional roles, then this gathering will mark a meaningful step forward. Women's rights must be measurable, women's justice must be guaranteed, and our action must be visible.
Now, Professor Roseman Kasewe, now on the day, oye Besafo, when you do Professor Teresa, now so you're now, or the Nsembi Tuga, Danuso Kennedy.
You contribute a lot to society's perception of women, so use that power responsibly. To our traditional authorities, you are the ones beneath ourselves. So we must share and brand a kitten or ye juma. Obua membesia for walko and we one. Yes, Shahen, Brandia yet and an unknown Nana Himbanuma. One will be asher one day. Traditional brand, yes, be juma. Inti order ya bua Mahenin besia foul. What is one in near Wofi Ahuyayem? Or to the beer, I better I need the obi, I shall be saving on foie, while Boo the save was in from crying fee. Walk on as summon why ye be built when you have so many ye. Or at the mark. I will shema a month from war, monument okofum. The best swear, the home from one sifum. Namonya kofa, mutu mabua, one bombesia from Hoban and Bessiamba Hoban. This Luwayan primary schools, Nazan. So I am. It's a CD bar. What I can do, you can want him fee. The best hen and I him man won't boy him. The master of the best day. What one? Emma, man, bribia, one beside for ye ho. Or to the beer, the Sian and you couldn't wear your Juma was assassin, the windy scar was up to Japazin. Obo asked no say Japazin, you've been in our tennis, no the Sian says soon. The best that a young boy that means a mini now, Uncle Ye, if I may him. Zamedu or why ye beats the dead obi no kuna ewu zombi aye yenhwe zobua yentuedo zombua yeyimfido. So as traditional authorities, we are calling on you to ensure that traditional practices and customs that are unfair to women are abrogated. We are not here simply to pass through, whether at the university or the secondary school that you are in. You embody the hopes of your parents, your siblings, and your entire generation. Let this experience be worthwhile. Leave your institutions changed for the better, because your education matters. It is your gateway to a fulfilling future. You play with it, you compromise your future. And I find it sad when you see students who don't take their education seriously. Secondary school, you are sitting in the classroom, the lecturer is teaching, your teacher is teaching, and you are busy engaging in a conversation with your friend. Your voice matters. At your schools, you are taught to speak up and be heard. You are not here to occupy space. You are here to change the narratives and shape tables for a better Ghana. You are not only beneficiaries of institutional change, you are participants in shaping the future of Ghana. So take your intellectual development seriously. As students, you must read widely. I find it paradoxical when a student says, I don't like to read. Then what are you doing in an educational institution? Did you go there to sweep? Because reading is, you should understand where your country is going and what the agenda of its development is. You should know about political parties and their ideologies and how their manifestos affect you. You should be the guardians of the political realm, calling for accountability from your leaders, right from your school to the national level. Your SRC takes money from you. You don't know what they use the money for. At the end of the day, they organize some jams for you. They bring Chatawali and you're happy. And they pocketed more than 1/3 of the money. You don't care. You should care. And once you start from there, you'll be able to engage in national discourse. As students, you should not be the passive consumers of messages on TikTok. Goodness, TikTok has taken over everything. For some of us, that's what we are thinking of. Hey, maybe school, maybe my chief. You are more than that. You can be a wife, you can be a mother, a teacher, a scientist. The list is endless. Your biological makeup should not inhibit you in any way. The sky is your limit. So the most powerful investment a young woman you can make in yourself is the disciplined development of your mind to help you take your place on the table of decision. A university education is intended to broaden your mind and perspectives, to help you see beyond what is in front of you. It is time to unlearn the toxic narratives of it's a man's world, which it's a people's world, it's a man and woman's world. The world is big enough for both men and women, playing complementary roles in making society better. It is not about competition as to which gender is better than the other. That is completely missing the point. A gender-conscious world is one that understands that everybody has an important role to play.
Now, what in some from no Coastal Television with this song, the Abobadi, Yatunzin Community Connect. Adam donating come Ochina, Yaroko, or Ekwan, Ekwan war or your Post Metropolitan Assembly, the TCCME or Shase. Now, Ekwan so or ya. Ogwata esa cancer nunko tonu bi nti yabaka oye krowa obashi wo oye ogwa nonye abra asebu commander abra asebu oye mensinumu meche district assembly AK ne da menti omabin abdara akoba probo onye assembly member ho ina bonkomo atwetwe da china nansa na eboko dwumedi da menyim no yebise ekwan no nsam ekwan na the party po na be kwana ebenya assembly member kwanda na ofodum po be ye assembly member wo ekwan na the party pa na kwan adeshi wo hia ebusuanya nkomotwetwa ye nua be ma Omar Abdallah onye ekwan honorable assembly member ho onye ne boy
Yamna de yebe budu oye ekwan community ahana oye Coastal TV here community connect yankobon boa oye ifida ye baba kanse oye ekwan community. Ya shasere ESSUMAN nazimba waye kepo suno kepo south na bebia ebobo maze na fi etumi etu anamara yetum na yakọ sise we Cape South community often oye Ekwan community iwo Ekwan na afo iwo Ekwan atifi echere krono tumuso say be Ekwan a iwo only secondary school oye Ogwasek Tech na otumo ho basic school so ho oye Abanezi oye Basa the master private schools no so isho honorable member ebobo maze na fi etumi na ahwe nkomo na endeze say be kansa wo oye Ekwan community ebobo maze ni ye twenzema pi fayin na ehwe oye Ekwan a za wutumu ye no kase papa yi enemjuma anada epokọ osana po da oye Ekwan community eyi na otumu aboa motumu tu anamara tumu kọ oye hu dwumedi bia wotumu de ye ba Ekwan community a ye hwa mebunu ma from marketing doso se na krono numpuntu otumu ro kọ yim nka na nche bebe metumi gina yi ansa na ebutu ebudo ha no chise itwa baka ebekwa kutwa ni ya fa etumi za cha na zama ansa na ebudo ha na so ikro biara otumu tumpo nti yaba kansa sisa yetu ege hene etumi efa oye car kwando that's Black Road ye bebudu wo oye Ekwan finfine ha aha aye de hon run about of to be o mo na fi otumu odzi hunu twuma nti yaba kansa wo ye mbo afida ye bo maze yin opinion leaders ye won atwe nkomom ahemfo ebushempefo anna ye bisa won de senti bentina ofa aha Ekwan na baazi ba ntina anamdwuma anada pokon nkote na wotum no ye nkan na nche ke Ekwan na powder dwuma wo ye papa but in the abekan so Ekwan community powder nyaza etanhu anada nazimbo wotum wo ye powder ha etere wotum etu anama etum akwen zama pinya na etum na asesa nti Kosa TV community connect de be Ekwan a zama pinya na wo maze na fi etum ne awie paye mezenezi Omar bin Abdallah eyi honorable member butu atwe komune ye bisane de Ekwan yara ko hinayim yara san hinachir woyɛ wumasua wabambo woyɛ nkania sam ene nsusam na pinya okeka sanitation zi otomotere nti yɛhwɛ na yɛsa baka ɔyɛ honorable member na fi etum na yɛ na atwe nkomo na yɛ bisanda yɛhwɛ ɔyɛ Ekwan a impotujuma sam yɛ kwene ma na da yɛtum sa hinachir honorable mo akwa abadima hinwa mbocho apo miazi adado mbocho apo yamilado wuzina nkisa zire mbocho mizine zi honorable Benedict na dodo na from apesi dodo na modi ma wo oye Ekwan yi apesi Ekwan were two electoral areas ahe for na wo edu ujuma no Ekwan etifi no etifi na na okay but I know etifi okay etifi electoral area etifi electoral areas a bed nti na twa na mapere ebe assembly member edema woko mo wotu wato abama mesempa na ni ka michia etifi na ahwefu ina sensira oma mutwa number de mbegina ma wato mo da ba as assembly member when de metina wa mu hunde Ekwan yake chiri wo nzemepi obi tide ebia mpuntujuma ana de ebia health issues na oye sanitation odos bebe into na ma mutwa number no ode meba number bua mai amanefo ona we bi se de abata do mfidudu ahin na sisi atumezi wo ye gwarodo na abatu so na etum na aye eda se ko no mesampa to no basa na do na me de 2023 na mesina ko ambe mera do zimfie ebien usum ibasa beben in fact ina egimasamu ya zuma wakana ba kankana yan youth na ba na mbo mazina menyi pinkizo komo often egimasua na azi egimasua nti ito ma no mbo wa bo ni bebe a ina makesi ya wo nipa do kakra sesi ya ntuna kade wo edwuma ma onje bia ye adamafia open won edwuma ye insano edwuma azopam etiri ye na ahwe anyan insano edwuma today fresh yogurt meat pie no enyo no kanya ina muguduma isi a onche bia titi oye azopam na yin etiri ye onche bia obopo no okay all the young his security in can light ka aye na bamba ho Ekwan aye his security to them. That's it. Ekwan the master na body
my biggest headache because if you're gonna have first number day, let's get it some on Shada on Koye. Because people who come near Mr. Work Dog, EISF and volunteer. No, but one or two issues in some money now. It's a matter of, in fact, you send a Kodwa, or you send a Kodwa. It's not bad. I feel with him. No more than I'm a young people. My day, you get to volunteer. In fact, you could do no, but you could have this Yatsu. Living example, that's a win. Your claim is a bit, if you send me the one Kodwa. So if you have like the same make them electric like the same shut down on the issue on them and mobile year 20 that's same shut down the issue but if you same as squeezing your tight work but you same
it's a abandon area obey a sewer connection to my body maybe some of tomorrow could to me awareness
okay that's incident make a last year and it will let what you volunteer I have to see here into young Swan.
Young woman here, where you open. You will make one more from a camera just to have a school call, and then school can't come around the bone.
You know, that's a number of friends. Six years, I can't school and I am a farmer on Mission, a rookie. Addition of I don't for me so ma them make a volunteer. First one in a pay and for one dental was over 9 no exactly so ma it's a volunteer ma my family is volunteer but this year no there yet so the margin ma this out Muslim uncle there may Venice but in Kakra or because last year everyone of Okocho BC year in fact in some of fact I am painful as a message Wama in fact in Africa of the to them each and a teachers no this one as well to be Yama ABI this hour. It's almost in Kaka, Uncle Yezi, but
yes, any young there, young sanitation, is a see where your crew have. I'll call him another symptom.
I can say, here, or walk from her. And should I make an okay? But this year, Sabaka, community be our container, another daggy. What you believe in? The ball has been say if you want to go to see last week I was at the ball as in was a great obviously in there my own course but the woman said issue between Zoom Lion and assembly the issue happening now that is over it's container no more I younger said to me one you can open it say the beginning so for that him but or barrel I will president that would do there on the hand way that would do there saving come say for the year but now there you have clear that them now that so yes I am say clear the matter no problem I can't the guy to make we are really look na the madness is I just trust all going now bia no pure water no we have to come bia no pure water bia like biscuits with that in that to come you say let's be good remember the madness everything in our way
Aba yesho kitonzi ungetonzi na no ma ha akoyi another symptom
that's mingi tonzi ano sebo na wana baka amaze mutum kada ebia ebia na amse okoye ne be so okoye nti se ebia se kwa na mo na se bi so na ami mumun bi ze okoye because sɛ baby bia is the kind consultant anu ansa na you can number
yes me say that na clean up wutu mu ye why we see another one here
because his excellence and the money mama bado I mean the pasha there oya busum bia yes he says in the perfect no better for them to be able to but bia number na cha mo so baba na yipa number yipa the crazy as a man no committee na yipa crazy na get the committee see the same say yeah but you don't know what baba no sir
Youngster speed ramps na so each other careful wo ho wadwen wo ye krum ha nti speed ramps no aboa me say speed na wo kon akofo
that's speed ramps fast ina no for ye any so adu pa ta mo ni because ina ke careful anapo men ka careful ba go say all drivers so ba speed pa was bad so ma like me we don't know say yeah speed ramps na toboa say me assembly ka say you go to say ya masisia rabe jame but we were easy good da why you mean say I mean see in the other time speed akufu
yehwe aye o community aha baka your old community car ntum nko bia biem aba na mare tumi tu da menzam na butu yayi ni another che say ya na ma
the last lady say okay I think it's because about him jam na ina na moye yan kan of am the most na way chinku inti na wamba so about count to man it's oye men sha dun pa de imbiri ko ni because I can be the man ko f1 so I can loko card cc azi obez na pa da ka to man yemo oye yan pa ge na azizi ko bi ma pa ge mpo wo chu ba ko inside na da ba ko so mpo ba ko inside sana de ori ajo pa de ajo
Obabe emebua oye ifida so yomba hwenkomo na mo za abogbo na yika no epere twene fanye kaka na ye yasane aba yanhwe oye gata no mu wo oye nsisi ahoro wa yutum yeye ana oye nsuka anada oye wuraka eye chede de man mo yutum yuti onya na mo ababua ma oye hinu kro yepe oye nsisi etum na ewie pe ekon ye kro a ne yutum efir mpanyefo pi na abatena ase etum ezi hunu djuma aboa mikro na bode de mpempensi ibu nkwapo na etum hwe hine kira nka no na yitwa ya baka o ansa na yetum na ebe budu kro ma ha eye kire de kro na yiwa fi ya me na dom impuntu ya kwem kaka nkrai nti ye hunu de ende yedin samodo etum na samodo ma aya hine kro etum ezi hian etum ezi ba ya kwhwa hine yima na kire nazama horowa ofebere to bere no oba modze na fi wotum ozu hunu djuma ndama pinya no wa yesi wa kwan etum na ama na so yehwa aya kro pepe so yetum yeduri a na oda yetum itana mo na fi yetum yenzama obotum na aboa na mpempe sasabi ati yenchem tumutu hinu kora ana etum na aboa nka no pa de menzame yanya za ebutum na ebuhu wo ye ekwono krom za ebutum ehu ande bia ebutum na aba frompo odi bebi a na etum na aya atete etum na ama aya ekwono krom na nda yami na adum ozane kroi miyim papa meje kroma nti za ho biara no ofebere to bere yeyim za otum akodo na nda mabe budu oye ekwani yiche de bia menemi nka no za ebire baago na ebeka but nda ye be budu mpempenso a yetum na yimpe baasa yimpa nan krampo oye prage ahoro butum na afa yiche de hini kro oye ekwano no yakọ hinanyim oye dam dwumeziem na so eboyota asere mpanyefo nazema ofebere to bere wotu hunu dwuma zo wa ha da ye ye bo mo na fi yetum na yama ekro na yetum yin no ne medwumezi biara etum na ewie pe sa hwe yem tensonda bebe han butum aban na hɔ ne da prage butum akɔ anada kokona na butum akɔ tutu fanhwe butum akɔ obeye ze papa na so yem panyefo ho mfomodo panyefo wo din ka bachichi kro no ana na sise ebude dem pempemso sempanyefo wotu wa hunu zi etum ewie za hena ya ketifu dan ne butum ya be da man na mo kra butum ya fa ha ya kɔ oye mori etere kro na wie etum efi nti awa eti ekon krom da man na wutum ye hona afamiti ankwanko so butum ayi wa afamiti ndan nyanya ye kra no sabi mpanyefo si adarbo opumami sa dan no ho tochima na re yensesi afufo na efi etum na to de nesu a ebaba omaze na efi etum na amma kwan kakra etum na ada ho osana yinkwa ana baboa se kro no mo chiripinyan na yakopɔ na aboa sabi atoyenkyem bitum sa ana ayehwa na sede na de ma atoyenkyem bitum no ama abafom amina wo hia ayi wasan ebonpo nti ama made nto na mara ama ma ekwan kro no etum na afa ne tempefra mezenesi Omar bin Abdallah ayo tun fara ne pia ya mabo fida baba ekwan na nyi nnazemma wo ye krompanyefo doma wo ekwan yenwa atwonkomo ne ebisende ana sisi ekwan ye kwenayim anada otumotiren dama mitire mo boni sida so kura no enka na nche ba ekwan a paw de juma otumo ya papa na so inde emonyo da paw da pazi ibonu wo ekwan han anati awamati se bi ye bi woni
na mpanyina kra ekokroma bisa mankwa ono na odereman nti obewura oye ekwan na nanom ahemfie na woye na nanom so bonkomo oche dwumadi yare oda wose na nanom na nanom mo kwan na nanom komo twetwa okro no so ye hwe bi
yare me do asra ye rubi ya chudu
na yasa ne yazo kuma biyan bakin da yana ne kusaci ya na dani yisi ta tin mu da yi wan sa wana da obo ma tin na yo yi na ni ne wo yi yo wo be so apart from yisi ta tin ne ne zin ku ku go ba wan su tin no da na yo community yi ya ni da ba ya tin ne sa mu tin no wa ni wa ku ti na no ba fa da no wa ni ba tin de no wa do ba ko ndo ya ọgbẹni official obi wọn na ọjà ṣe ìpè nínú nàní àdúmà ìfúdà náà wọ́n tún ní ìgbìlẹ̀gbì wọ́n máa ṣe sí owó bí ẹni ìmọ̀ra ìṣe ní náà ọ̀dàbẹ̀ ọkọ̀ náà mú ìlú wọ́n mọ̀ ní màá sẹ́mi dì méjì ní wọn gbà ní ìgbìlẹ̀ náà bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìgbìlẹ̀ wọn sọ̀rọ̀ dà ọ̀dà tó ṣe báyà àmì yẹ ọ̀rọ̀.
Dama sabi kuni ya wabo ni sida so kura no ya kra if you cause TV na ebe so first obiara wuzi anja atama mi mpo wo mafra na o me bia ahyanse wo no business o ma bin Abdallah ama be nche ya okita machine ya odo kwa prawi sabi yanji permission wala nanom hoyi ni ya ye adwuma bia mpe so aka aseme sa na ya ndo se sabi anu fatro a no so na ma na me ya sama so me ya manager no so na ikoyi na mi ya mache min ci kaka bench of fan ben na he chief driver into me the ben na mo ne wedding kana no Kosa TV yoga na ma yitu na mo bia ya tunzin community connect ebere yin kitanwza iye no wo ye adwuma no mu community don ye ne chafa ogwa yi wo oye north and south ntaya na akebo north aya na aba south nitse ne tete na oye otumfa na pia ifida ya wo hene yimya edin firi nya baba dama munua ne kan no anaponi nsia awi abide bie na yewi kakra ho na ikobi abakodi biara no senti pokra ikro no wa tunzini sabi bọcha sempe firi hia wo be chechire mu abana na ofa na ekwan abana na powder dose wo ha dimezi mesiji anda wa asesa yin powder wa nti abakosam kakanka oboboa me kro no yetumi yehu na yeso yetumi yeku hina yim na yeku hina yim dada bati pere ye bitum kan so wodi hin tumi da ya maboa na ma aka no fida ye baba ama makasa angwar binyama epoa bebe me ne sabe ya sempe fu ye sane mejanyi kwesi bonfo nti aha meji kroma na fiti bira wusi ana wo ya kwa me yitumi ye ba me ba me ka cha me driver there nka ne meje suma ma mo do am bobo mo tra da sima yim poboa etwa ti crazy am yim pa nta da wo ya kwa ne ma ba several times so tell me example for that
Since they didn't know him, a woman who has some with you or the adult. Now, we are not having you should ask what you want to get. Is the master. Or maybe a good movie, the same movie, man. There, go to the war, run to the war. Also, we all know this one, the Opana water. The family, the national. Go there, sir. If you don't be here, upon the as a woman. The American will be a most community. Let's have no idea going down. Also, we can all talk to him. And also, when you be here, all kinds of things are in there. I can't wait. The problem. I'm this one. You guys have me.
Tommy. I did pay for the subject, young thing, and open up and then some of them fell up and go away and child. Some of them, some in an I judge him, if I judge him there. I don't come about acquainted them, then would be a show with Bob watching now. They want to so. Papa, for the minimum, chance. The moment of winning what, national winning what, national Canada for that, I shall see. See, a Canada now to my baby, the nature there. Inche dina sina mpa mukado nti me show papa wo oye ja wo tuma dina tumi e chere ja ye be kani nya no peso betina spom ye fi tumi na ansi akodo nti ye ko hina yini bibia bibia obi si wo hadia no wo ti safra hina o ma hina lera oye kania baba na ansi ababa boa pepe so he ko ye tumi edum ni da atibia ye be ya oye domazi o de bitumiti you know, just name property, or there just my doma, mama, doma to my Lincoln. If you to me after him. The market is sampa, no on cake trip you. Sending it behind also can never now, so to me to the other. Each other, I say to me, I've been soon. I'm putting Chanampo. Make sure we shall name I am at the Hamid with the hand with him. So all your 2 5 didn't say people. Since I happening to me to the guys, the next one was the other man, I'm a man for the game no one years in Sydney. So maybe I was now in Paris and I'm going to say, okay.
Yo ebusiafo na nedu na ye begina na yede donkro kasebo yede abeweye enti ye shobodo adomdom no kire yetinkom an petu Coastal Television Community Connect yereko ekwan na ida kasehede wo ho manfa donkro kasebo ni maseda sonko infama NPA National Petroleum Authority also use gas na gas de oya affordable damara na asede ne bi sonko ba di se osi tade na chade na Solis Bar and Restaurant de osi de banpa na feel good pa eduma kwi wona da woma na mede donko kasebo mede brahum yamfa asede bi oso yamfa ma oye breje ono na eyabere wetinti refini nya kama oda ma menya bre na daje mede donko kasebo mede abrahum aba from kitikeku ASORBA KOFI ESSUMAN mo nyina mo na hwa ahenwa abro enyado onye ndado ye wono china
Mido, gana biana. Ogo fa jebidi wi aba besu en fita no pa e say baby she. Manka hwe.